I wish you'd come home for Christmas, my darling, tonight.
The very first Christmas song I played on this programme for the Christmas of 2015, Annmarie O'Riordan, and the song is called Twas the Night. Twas the Night that Annmarie O'Riordan is on the phone and joining me here on C103. Good evening to you.
Well, Tim, thank you very much. It's an honour to be the first Christmas song that you've played this year. I brought in the festive spirit into C103 on this Sunday night. So I'm delighted.
No better woman. Where did you come across that?
That song, actually, it's a song that my father came across. Again, Dad has a great ear for the music and songs, which was actually a poem that was written about 150 years ago.
Right.
And there was a bit of tweaking things with the air with my musician on the track. It's Ger Nocton from Newtown Chandrum. Ger's in my band, so we kind of we went into the studio and we were trying different things with the song, and we came up with the finished product anyway after a lot of work and dedication, but that's what we came up with, that rendition and the musical element in the middle as well, and it was all composed with us and stuff, so we were happy with it, and we hope you were happy with it, and all your listeners enjoyed it as well.
It sounded absolutely fantastic. I'm sure the listeners would have loved it as well. It's a fundraising CD you released, about a week and a half ago, is it?
Yes, I released it in St. John's Theatre in Listowel. I had a concert there, and I had a great night there. Actually, on the night I had a lovely lineup of Ger Nocton and Liam Carden from Listowel and Radio Kerry's Danny O'Mahony. So we had a great launch night. It was a full house there. I was delighted, and actually there was a few that were actually turned away, so apologies. But I will be having a concert in the INEC on the 27th of February just to accommodate everyone, and I hope to see them there. But I released this single, as you said, was a CD as a fundraiser to benefit Irish Cancer Society. So the proceeds from the sale of the CD will be donated to Irish Cancer Society's research programmes. And the reason for this is, as you know and many other people know, my grandfather was diagnosed with cancer, and in April 2013, and he was given, they said it could be 6 weeks, he was diagnosed with terminal cancer. So my grandfather stayed with us for 16 months after that time, so it was a gift, really. I think it was his stubbornness and his love of life and love of family that kept him with us. And this CD is a CD which I released. It's for Thanksgiving, for the time that we had with my granddad. We're a very close family. He was a huge source of inspiration to me from a very young age. He has a great love of music himself, and he was the finest singer I ever heard. He would always sing it well at home, and never in a professional capacity, but he did sing with me actually on Around the Fireside a couple of years ago. He sang the Bowl Tady Quill, and he's the only person I ever think could sing the song well. He had a great way of singing it, and he had such passion for the song. And I recorded it afterwards as well, and he approved it. So, but he sang Around the Fireside. So that was one of the first occasions that he sang in the radio. But my grandfather I thought he was the cornerstone of the family. He was also a pioneer, and my mother's a pioneer, and I kept on the tradition of pioneer, because I suppose we went out and we'd be dancing so much at weddings and carry on that we wouldn't have time to be drinking. But he was a great dancer, and he used to enjoy himself out and do Hollow Park Hotel, and he has some great friends from the social dancing. But he was the inspiration for this CD, because I had such connection with my grandparents. There's a special connection between grandparents and the grandchildren, I think, and it was clearly evident with us. He had 4 grandchildren, and my brother and my 2 first cousins, Claire and Mary Kate Fahon and Fremont, who you know from performing at my concerts. So we're a very close family, and we had the extra time with him, and this CD was of Thanksgiving for the extra time with my grandfather. So.
And you'll be putting that into the shops, will you?
I will. It's in many shops at the moment, and I'll actually send you on a list of the shops next week. It's also available on iTunes and Spotify and a few of these internet things.
Which I know nothing at all about.
And you're better off, you know. And it'll be on my website, annmarie.ie. I'll be updating you with all the lists of shops and where you can buy it online. I'll be updating that during the week.
If people want to get it this evening or tomorrow, they'll find it on iTunes and Spotify and all those, will they?
They will. It's on iTunes. They're on it with a few days now, so they can find it. And they can always contact me, because I'd be more than willing to give them the CD and for fundraising for Irish Cancer Society. It's such a worthy cause.
And I presume your contact numbers are on your website, annmarie.ie, is it?
Annmarie.ie. They can get me there.
Okay, lovely altogether. Anything planned for the Christmas season?
Well, Christmas time is it's very busy for me always with singing at weddings. In the church I sing in the wedding. I think it's a great gift to give something back to perform in the church. So my Christmas is normally taken up with weddings. So if anyone's getting married and they want me next year, they can always give me a buzz. I love singing in the church, so my Christmas is mostly weddings, and I spend the time here at home because it's lovely to be able to spend time at home with your family at Christmas time.
And sadly, one of your supporters and one of your fans passed away in the last couple of days. She was buried this morning, wasn't she, Nora Reedy?
Yes, well, it was actually, it was a privilege to be asked to perform at her funeral today. Poor Nora Reedy. She was a dear friend of mine, and I got to know Nora through her son's fantastic song, "The Story I Tell You Is True." Nora was so proud of her son JJ, and we had a great bond over the years. Nora might ring you on the phone at around 6 o'clock, and around 10:30 you'd be telling her that you'd have to be going to bed soon. She was a great woman to talk, and she was a great entertainer.
She loved the chat.
Oh yeah, she loved the chat, but she was a fantastic entertainer, Tim. She was great for telling stories and great for set dancing. She was I thought age never affected Nora. She was always young at heart, and she's a dear woman that's looking down on us from heaven now tonight, and she was a great friend, and I'll take some cherished memories of her. So my thoughts are with all the Reedy family tonight, and I know it's a difficult period for them all.
Definitely is indeed. Listen, time is against me. Send me on that list during the week, and no doubt that song will be getting plenty of airplay right across the Christmas on C103. Thank you for joining us this evening.
Thank you very much, Tim, and thank you to all your listeners and to all my fans for all support, for ensuring me for living my dream of performing and sharing my songs and stories with them all. And a huge thank you to C103, because only for C103 I wouldn't be heard of at all. So thank you very much.
Well, there you are now. We're good for something. Listen, my best to your mum and dad and the rest of the family, and if I don't see you between now and the Christmas, as the fella said, have a good one.
Slán Tomlin.